what's going on, guys? Andrew here, and as you can see by the awesome scenes behind me, you are looking at Halloween H20, and that's for my review tonight. Upon watching it last night, I realized like that I had so many good memories watching this movie. Again, I apologize for the train. I have so many good memories watching this movie. It is insane. A lot of my childhood was spent watching this movie. I was actually 4 years old when this movie comes out, so that dates me and it dates the movie. So I remember watching this on VHS whenever it came out. I remember having it and just playing it over and over. Same with Scream. So yeah, this is a very large part of my childhood, so remember that. I mean, I'm not even going to do this synopsis because I'm pretty much sure everybody's seen it. I mean, basically Jamie Lee Curtis is living secluded and Michael comes and finds her. That's all you need to know about the movie. That's all the more you need to know about the movie because it is awesome. I absolutely love this movie. The thing about this movie is that I think it's really well shot. I think it's really well acted. It's very fun. It's got very fun characters, and definitely has a good Halloween atmosphere to it. And although it doesn't have like Halloween type things going on, it definitely still has that, you know, like a Halloween, like the original Halloween feel to it, you know? Like Halloween didn't have everything involved with Halloween in it, you know? It just kind of took place on the holiday. So this one's kind of the same way. There's some pumpkins here and there and stuff like that, but you know, other than that, like there's not overfill of Halloween stuff in it, you know. But Josh Hartnett's in this movie. Michelle Williams right there. Jamie Lee Curtis is obviously returns in this movie. You know, I can't remember the guy's name who is, LL Cool J's in this, and oh my god, he probably is my favorite character in this whole movie. I love LL Cool J's character. You know, he's kind of like the funny, like, definitely like the fun character. He does such a good job at that, and he is so funny. Yeah, it is so good. His character is just phenomenal. And this scene right here, where she's there and she screams Michael, that scene is so good. Just so good. And like, yeah, and that mask, okay, so some of the things that plague this film that I wanted to kind of go into. The mask. They have 4 different masks throughout the movie. If you see the very opening, like the opening 5-6 minute scene, has Michael in the mask from Halloween 6. Then they replaced it with another mask that you see kind of sporadically throughout the movie, but they didn't like that mask and it looks awful. But then they replaced it, they replaced that mask with this mask, which I do like that mask. I think it's definitely the best mask of the movie, and it's probably my third favorite, well, yeah, my third favorite look of Michael in the whole series. So there is definitely that. Yeah, this all, like, all around just has energy to it. Like, it just doesn't stop. Like, it just feels like the original Halloween was on steroids. Like, it just throws things at you. Now, the only thing is that you could say it throws in way too many false scares in there. I mean, and they're like legitimate false scares. They're somebody tapping somebody, or somebody running into somebody, or, you know, seeing Michael around the corner and turning around and it's not him, or, you know, different things like that, or Josh Hartnett jumping out of nowhere. It's you know, there is a lot of those false scares in this movie. However, like, I don't know, like, this is so much a part of like my childhood and growing up in Halloween to me that I look past it. I just give it a pass on this one. But yeah, I mean, yeah, from the opening scene. Oh yeah. This is Joseph Gordon-Levitt's first film too. There's a lot of atmosphere in this movie too. Now there's no breathing scenes, which is kind of disappointing. But there's a lot of, you know, seeing Michael in the background and, you know, Michael choosing to kind of walk past LL Cool J and not kill him, you know. It kind of just puts in that little bit of Halloween atmosphere in it, you know. And I really love the cinematography for this movie too. And by the way, if you can get the Scream Factory, I have this 10 disc that I've been showing off the whole time. It's like $50 at Best Buy right now, so it's very, very cheap. You get all the films and in their theatrical cuts, or actually the 2 Rob Zombies are unrated, but I highly recommend it. It's super cheap right now, and Best Buy is a good corporation to buy from. I really like Best Buy. But yeah, so I'm playing this scene specifically because I want you guys to see the series ends. The series ends right here. The series ends on this scene. I don't care what Halloween Resurrection says, but Halloween Resurrection ends with with this scene. And in my opinion, it was an epic way to end this series. I mean, it just back and thinks no, and that's just epic. And how it starts the Halloween music and it fades to black with the Halloween music playing, and it just plays. That is awesome. That is the perfect way. That is, if you were to pick a perfect way to end the Halloween series, that would really be it. There are some deficiencies in this movie. I will give you that. Donald Pleasance not being in this movie was really missed. I will definitely say that I do miss Donald Pleasance in this movie, and they did montage him the best that they could in this movie. They throw him, they reference him. They don't bring him up the whole movie, but they do bring him up there at the beginning. Also, one thing I do notice is that you don't get Michael evil at all in this movie. Like, you don't get Michael as evil. You get Michael as human, and it's her brother. Michael is definitely fully human in this movie, and his evilness isn't really talked about. So that's kind of a thing that I don't know if it's necessarily a deficiency, but it's just something that isn't in the movie, you know? It's in Halloween 4 and 5, and, you know, Halloween 6 with whatever the hell, the Thorn stuff, whatever. But I think this is the perfect way to take the series after 6 just took it in this completely different path, you know? It just brings it back to the original Halloween's formula of, like, Michael just stalking people. And it feels like, I mean, honestly, every movie, you know, Halloween, the original Halloween was, I think, really inspired by Black Christmas. I think it has a lot of the same atmosphere, a lot of the same build-up as Black Christmas. Halloween 2 has the feel of Friday the 13th, you know, and, you know, it kind of, you know, has a lot of influences from 80s slashers. Same with Halloween 4 and 5. Halloween H20 has a big influence from Scream because it has, you know, Kevin Williamson wrote a script for it. He executive produced this movie. It was by Dimension, same company. You know, it has that same feel, you know, and that was definitely what was big at the time. So it definitely has a Scream feel. So basically, if you were to direct a Halloween movie with a Scream feel to it, this is what you get. And I think it works really, really well. I think that it even has a Scream theme in it, and Scream 2 is on the TV in a part of the movie. So, you know, if I were to rate this movie, I give it a 9 out of 10. I think there's not much deficiency that I have about this movie. By the way, I will actually be sending this picture to my brother tomorrow. And by the way, follow my brother. His name's Austin Shore. He does YouTube videos too. I'll be sending this to him tomorrow. But every single Halloween, since I turned 21, this is my 3rd Halloween. I go out and order 2 glasses of Chardonnay at a restaurant just because Jamie Lee Curtis does it in this movie. It's just a funny influence that I have, you know. And I'll do it again tomorrow. You know, tomorrow's Halloween. So, Yeah, 9 out of 10. I said some of its deficiencies. I mean, a lot of false scares. Donald Pleasant's absent. Couldn't help that. He had unfortunately passed away. He's definitely missed. Yeah, and I guess that's the only two that I can really call to mind. Not one that has a great Halloween, you know, like the holiday feel to it, but it's got enough to it that I overlook everything. I love this movie. Like I said, 9 out of 10. I know a lot of the people that follow me, grew up with this movie too, or were around to experience some more of the series before me. But this is definitely the first one that I remember growing up actually hearing about and stuff. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. If you like this movie. I know it has a 5. I just checked last night. It has a 5.7 on IMDb, which shocks me. This is really I don't really hear many people talk bad about it. But I guess it's whatever. But yeah, that's going to be all for tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Tomorrow's review is, of course, as you know, Halloween 1 and 2. And that's I can't think of a better way to end the Halloween marathon to review two of my favorite. They're both in my top 10 of favorite horror films of all time. So thanks guys for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow with that review. I apologize for the length of ahead of time for the review tomorrow, because it's gonna be long because it's Halloween. So it's my it's my favorite horror film too. So have a good night guys. See you tomorrow with that review.